It's something that we find many of the brothers and sisters falling into. It occurs, for example, when someone famous embraces Islam, or someone who was a celebrity prior to them becoming Muslim embraces Islam. That they are raised and given special treatment, and it is a fitnah for them. It is a trial for them. For indeed they are given a station, ikhwan, that oftentimes they don't deserve. And what occurs is that on the basis of it, it affects them and it affects their practice of the religion. Rather than studying, rather than humbling themselves, rather than knowing that they are babies in the deen, they see that, subhanallah, Ahlul Islam have raised them. And they have position and status, and they are considered great among the Muslimun. And so it is a trial and it is a fitnah for them. Exactly. And that is what occurs, that it is likewise a fitnah for the shabab. That the shabab are affected by them more than they're affected by a person who has gone away and a person who has drank from the stream and from the spring of ilm and has sat with the inheritors of the prophets and taken it from them. That individual, ikhwan, is raised over and above the one who should actually be taken from and sat with. The people should be gathering around that individual and taking from him. But we find, ikhwan, them being greater in number than if one of the inheritors themselves were to come to this country. If one of the inheritors were to come to the country, then the turnout for them is sometimes greater than the turnout for one of the true inheritors of the prophets and the messengers. And that is a musibah. That is a trial, ikhwan, and a fitna, and a mushkil, and a problem. And then that individual, when he speaks, he doesn't speak on the basis of ilm. Na'am. If he remains in the realms, for example, of his experience, or of that which occurred when he entered Islam, or the feeling that he had, for example, then that is one affair. The mushkil and the problem is, some of them enter into speaking, ikhwan, outside of their realm. We have, for example, the preacher who had a position and a status in his church, and then when he becomes Muslim, he is raised because of the fact that he was a preacher, and it is a fitnah for him. He doesn't understand that this is not what I should be given. Why? Because he sees those who he honors and respects from among the Muslimun raising him. Oh, he used to be a preacher. He used to be a man of knowledge from the people of the book. And so we now give him status, and ikhwan, that is a grave mistake. And so we have now the jahil. We have now the jahil giving da'wah and claiming to call to Allah Azza wa Jal. And his da'wah, ikhwan, is a combination of tajahum and ash'ariyah and something from Sufiya and Ikhwaniyya, and it is a big melting pot, ikhwan, of all types of bid'ah and dalalat and khuza'balat, alongside being a big comedian. And that, ikhwan, is a great and a grave mistake and a grave error. And that, brothers and sisters, without doubt, is a fitnah for the one who is followed, and a fitnah